Hey everybody, it's Angel from Halo Inspirations. We give you inspirations to help you spread beauty and joy through your quilting journey. We are on day 5 of the 12 days of quilting. Whoop whoop! Hope you're enjoying this as much as I have been enjoying this. Quilting is fun. Don't let it stress you. It's all the same as learning how to quilt a piece, right? We start off in one place, and as we continue to do it and as we continue to practice, it becomes much more fun, more easier. Is that a word? I don't know, but it's all about practice, and it comes to you. So don't ever let it stress you out if you're a new quilter. Just keep on going and keep on practicing, and you will find yourself. You will be amazed how much your skill increases over time. So today's quilting motif is just gentle curved lines. That's all it is. It's very simple. I'm sure you can't see this, so I'm going to throw a picture up so you can actually see where we're going. This is done completely with a walking foot, nothing else. Okay. Now I did mark a center line. I will show you that on this particular situation, only because I didn't have any seams, any color on the fabric, any design that I can use as a reference, and I wanted to make sure it was at least somewhat straight. So that's all, though. You don't have to do that. It's completely unnecessary. However, you will need, I encourage again, your machine gloves. I am using 50 weight Aurifil thread. It's great for piecing, quilting, all those necessaries as I've talked about before. It is also, again, the dove color. It's a light gray. I think it stands out enough for you to be able to see this motif. You'll need your quilting sandwich and your walking foot. That's it, guys. That's it. Okay? So there's nothing else to talk about. Let's go ahead and get this started and get our beautiful gentle curved lines quilted. See you guys in a second. Okay, so here we are at my sewing machine, and I want to tell you I did draw myself a reference line. If I don't draw that, there are no seams on this. There's nothing to give me any kind of reference. And my eyes, I swear to you, must be crooked. I mean, if I cut my own hair, it would be lopsided for sure. So this is definitely going to be somewhat helpful, just to give me some kind of a reference. You don't have to do this. The whole thing about this, guys, is it's supposed to be relaxing. This is a relaxing motif. It's not a hard motif. And we're going to have a little fun with it. So I didn't want to stress myself out, so I just drew a little reference line. Again, you don't have to do that. So I'm just basically going to go ahead. I'm starting again in the batting. And I'm just going to start sewing, and I'm just going to give myself some really easy curves. If you make them deep, what you will find is it'll be hard for you when you do that. Well, it's not hard. It'll just be add a little bit more extra to your sewing, your echo when you go to back and do another side of it. But there's no rhyme or reason, just whatever you feel. Nice, easy curves. Nothing crazy. Now notice I do have the machine gloves. I need a new pair, guys. They do go bad. Now, I probably need to do a video on how to wash them for you, because you can wash them. I think I'm just going to wash these and keep them as a secondary, but I will definitely, and buy a new pair, but I'll definitely do a video on how to clean them. So I came to the end, and I'm actually back in the batting. So what I'm going to do, I mean, you could, if you wanted to keep this on the outside, you wanted this small part, you could go backwards, kind of eyeballing how far. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to do an echo next to it. But basically, I want it about the same as my walking foot. I don't know how far that is, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to line as best as I can this outside edge of my foot along this line. Now, if you wanted a different width and your walking foot had a quilting bar that you could attach, you could definitely use the quilting bar and utilize that to get the spacing that you wanted. But this particular walking foot does not attach I know it's hard to believe. I have a hard time believing it, but it doesn't attach a quilting bar. It's a different foot for me for this machine, and I really wanted to use the walking foot. So that's part of the dilemma. Whoa, want to take it slow. I heard this, and I don't know where it's from, but somebody said it's called a walking foot, not a running foot. And I wish I could tell you who it was because I don't remember. Ever since I try to remember, it is a walking foot, not a running foot. So we're going to walk along this edge. And if you ever think your fabric is puckering, all you need to do is stop and lift the foot, releasing some of that pressure. I don't have any issues right now. I just wanted to mention that in case you're starting to experience it. But just going to walk alongside of that line. Very easily. Now you can see why I did gentle turns. If it was a deeper curve, I would have to, you know, pick up my foot constantly to turn it. And I'm just trying to gently walk alongside of this line. And I like that I can use my walking foot because I don't need any tools, guys. All right, I'm back in the batting, so I'm gonna leave the needle down, lift the presser foot, give me a turn. Now I don't know how far I can go. I'm just gonna try and guesstimate, and if it's not right, I can back it up, not a big deal. Nope, not quite there. Whoops, I'm going to turn this. Now I went a little too far on that one, so I'm going to go back one stitch. There we go. All right, and we just simply, now again, if you'll notice, I did start in the middle and I'm working my way out. Okay, just like we do every other quilting, and then when I'm done with this side, we'll go and finish the other side. And you just simply keep on stitching using that line as your reference. No matter if you're using a quilting bar or your walking foot, you just want to simply guide it through. Nice even strokes. Yeah, I stopped for a second because the lawnmower is going nuts outside. All right, so if you'll notice too, I do have my hands spread, giving myself a little tension along this edge. And then when I need to reposition, I'll just stop, pick my hands up. Sometimes I walk my hands. Now what you do want to be careful of, you see that needle bar going up and down. Don't get your fingers underneath there. Ask me how I know. It smarts. Okay, once we get down to the end, I'll do one more along here. Okay, now I want to come this way. So I'm going to just back stitch that direction. I probably should, that was 3 clicks. Let's see how many that is. Oh, that looks good. Well, maybe not. One more. 4 clicks. 4 clicks it is. All right. Then we just start sewing again. Now, I could have, see, I'm getting more quilt over here. Okay, so I very well could have done this a lot different. I could have broken threads and started over, but this, I don't want to break threads. And especially if this was in a block, Then I would do, I would walk along the seam, and I would do some stitch in the ditch while I'm transferring where I'm going. So just makes things easy. This is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be relaxing. There's no stress in this, guys. All right, here we go. Coming up to the end. Now, again, we said 4 clicks, right? Let's see if it works going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spin. And it's close. If I wanted to, I could lift my needle up, move it just slightly over, put it back down, and start again. So these are your lines with that just slight curve, and there's a lot of places that you can use this. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now you saw me just walk my hands instead of stop. It's better if you do stop. So I need to reposition my hands. I stop the machine and I wait for it to stop, because sometimes people, like, your machine will take that extra when you lift your foot off the pedal or whatever you're doing. Sometimes it takes an extra stitch, so you want to make sure that it's stopped before you readjust. And then we just keep on sewing. So I'm going to finish this off camera, because this is it, guys. It's this easy. And I'm going to show you when I'm done here exactly what we quilted, and talk about some of the places that you might want to use this. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. Okay, I hope that you will give this a try. And you know, this is another motif where I think it's very versatile. You can use it inside circles, you could use it inside triangles, you could use it inside squares, rectangles. You could do it across an entire quilt. And not only could you do it on your domestic, you can also do it on your long arm. With the long arm, if you did just the distance between your, if you're using a rule, I have a ruler foot loaded all the time. That distance from your needle is 1/4 inch. This is a little more than 1/4 inch. And if you were going to do something like that, you can still do it. You'll just, you know, depending on your skill level, you may need to do just some slight markings on guidance for you just to get that distance. You might want to measure on the ends exactly how far you want to go down in between each, but you're still going to just echo, and it will look beautiful. It will absolutely look beautiful. It's just a little different in that respect, and but it's one of the most easiest motifs we have. Okay. And it's fun. And the longer, if you did this across an entire quilt, I might go sometimes wider and sometimes skinnier, just to give it even a little bit more, you might see some pinstripes, or you can make it a little bit more organic. You didn't even have to echo. There's so many different things that you can do with this motif. And like I said, it's pretty simple. So I hope that you will give this a try. And if you used it inside of a quilt, I'd love to see some pictures. Easiest way to do that is to share them inside Creative Kingdom, our community Facebook private group. That is a private group, so you'll need to answer the 3 questions. The link for that is down below. Love to have you join us. And speaking of Facebook, y'all know I'll be there today at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, just like every other video drop that we do. So I look forward to seeing you there for a live session of quilting and answers, and just a chit chat about maybe what we've done so far, maybe exactly on this motif. Any questions, comments, suggestions, drop them down below or come on out today at Facebook. And guess what, guys? Tomorrow will be day 6, so I will see you again here on YouTube in the morning. Look forward to seeing you with another motif. But until next time, may y'all continue to be inspired, productive, and ever so joyful. We're believing in you that your quilting will just be gorgeous. Just take some of these, practice them out, and start using them, and you will find yourself in just a great place. So proud of yourself, and we will be cheering you on all the way. So hope to see you very soon. Tomorrow. Hope to see you tomorrow, or I hope to see you today at 3 p.m. I absolutely love you guys, and never ever stop making your dreams in quilting come true. Love ya. See y'all soon. Happy quilting.